Hi guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. If you're oldie but goodie, thanks for hanging around. Um, Today we're going to talk about things that you can do to make your rental space your own. So one of the first things that I like to talk about is paint. So to paint or not to paint, decide what you're going to do, how you want to implement that, and if painting is even an option. You know, Sometimes people want to paint like these deep colors and things like that, and it's like, well, the landlord doesn't want to deal with that when you have to buy primer and things like that trying to cover stuff up. Imagine if you painted a wall black, um and the walls originated white. So you're going from white to dark, no problem, but it's a little difficult to come from dark to white. So you have to buy primer. Then the primer may have to be like a tinted primer to try to like gradually lighten that color up to get it back to white. So I always say leave the walls white, decorate with color as far as pictures and things like that that you will put on the wall. My apartment, we my landlord doesn't allow us to paint. So but the paint that she had was Chantilly lace. Well, when you go to the paint store trying to match that paint or look for that paint, which brand is it? She didn't know. What undertone? What I would see is that the undertone had like a gray, muddy kind of undertone. I hated it, and the walls always look dark, even though they're painted white. And what made it worse is that my trim. I'm looking at the trim right now. My trim is like a dark brown, so it was like, what do you do? And then, think about if you have kids, things like that, like satin paint or gloss paint, things like that, or how you going to treat that space. So what I did was, because she really didn't know and she didn't have any left, I think her service guy gave me some leftover paint, but it was like he just took it from the original and put it in a container and gave it to me to touch up. Still didn't know the color or anything. I don't know. I don't know if it's specially mixed. I have no idea. But what I did was I just went and bought white paint. Right off the shelf, right in the store, white paint. Period. I spent like maybe 19 bucks or something like that for a gallon of paint. Depending on how long you stand in your space anyway, you probably just want to keep paint around to freshen up, things like that, touch up, things like that, spills, things that get stained on the wall. You got kids, handprint, just all kinds of stuff. So you might want to keep just like extra paint to just touch up little things, scuff marks from moving furniture, just a lot of different variables. So having said that, we're gonna move on to and let me also address like just the cost of repainting. You know, if you don't repaint, how much is the landlord gonna charge you? How much is it gonna cost for you to buy primer, tinted primer, things like that. Some primer is not that expensive, but then you got to buy primer and then you need to buy paint as well. So just think about those type of things. And then also, you don't want to deal with, okay, I'm moving, I'm packing, and now I have all these walls that I need to paint back to the original color. You're not gonna want to do it. And do you really want to lose your security deposit where they're charging you 400 bucks or something like that to repaint what they had already done? Who wants to spend that? You just don't. So just make decide how you want to address when it comes to painting. But having while we're talking about painting and how to treat your walls, a option that you could have is, and this is what I use so that I can get an impact on my walls or anything like that, and you can update your space and not actually change anything. So I'm just giving samples. I use peel and stick. So this is a full marble peel and stick, and it comes from Lowe's. It's like six bucks. And this one that I found, I've ordered other full marble even off Amazon, and is not as much on the roll as the one that I've gotten from Lowe's, not Home Depot, from Lowe's. And it's like $6.95. I know it's under $7. And then also I have this one as well, This is also a faux marble. And look at the difference. So see the difference in size, see the difference in how much you actually get. Well, this was way more, this was like double the cost of this. And I ended up having to order 4, maybe 5 rows because you don't get that much on there. And then the coverage, when you think about your counter depth or your backsplash, you know, how much you have and how much you want to cover it, this could get to be real expensive. So think about those things as well. But you can get the impact that you want, and when you're ready to go, this just peels off the wall. If you're putting it on a wall that has like flat paint, I would say go ahead and use a blow dryer to try to heat up the glue so that it'll release a little bit easier, so you won't be taking off drywall paper or anything like that. And then also there's this option. This is a faux stone, and that's what I put here on the faux fireplace. I also did a wall in my living room with the same thing. This I got this from Amazon. It's like 4 in a pack for like $30. So I bought, I think about 8 rows of it. So I have 2.5 rows left. So I did the fireplace and I did a whole wall. And my ceilings are about 10 feet tall. So this went a long way for the price. So just think about things that those type of things, and that's how you can get impact. Not spend a whole lot of money, because if you think about it, it's about the probably the cost of a nice gallon of paint or less. So just think about those type of things. And then what else? Okay, also too, we're still on walls. So I'm looking at my list, guys. I'm sorry. We're still on walls, and we're going to talk about the next thing we're going to talk about are command strips, command hooks, caulk, plaster, things like that. So a couple of things that I like to do. So you have command strips, right? I think this is the best invention for renters. I have a few of these. I don't use them that often, and the reason why is because I'm one of those people that likes to change a lot. So you have to outweigh like the investment of these. These are medium strength, and they hold 9 pounds. So these were about $3, $4 or something like that, and you get 3 strips, right? So really, you might can hang 3 pictures, or you might can hang 2. So it just depends. And also, what you can use with the command strips, and I have like a variety of them. Sorry, guys. Where you go? Okay, so I have this one. This one was white, and I just painted it silver. And it has like this little plastic back on there, so you can just attach these to the back. It also comes with it as well. I'm not sure where the thing went. I might have wasted on something else. These right here, these are the ones that are for the bathroom, for like waterproof. So you can use these inside the shower, and they are waterproof. And then these, these are like a cheap version. I might even got these from a Dollar Tree. They don't hold a whole lot, but they're good for like you hang your Christmas stuff like that. And then they have another one that has I'm like for heavier weights, like if you want to hang a coat or something like that. Say you have an entryway, or you don't have an entryway, or you don't have a hall closet, but you need a place to hang coats. Use these. I've seen people hack these where they used them for curtain rods, to hang their curtain rods. To use those pole like curtain rods, and they fit in there like the cafe type ones, the smaller metal ones. And they hold the weight, hold up the curtains. So that's a way too, not to put holes in the wall, things like that. But for me, because I like to change things a lot, I am a caulk and spackle girl. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm a caulk and spackle girl. So I will use this caulk to fill a hole. This is It says tubs, sinks, windows, trim, and more. This they sell it at the Dollar Tree. They sell this at the Dollar Tree. I keep them all the time, all around the house for different little things. And then I like to finish it off with spackle. So this is spackling paste. This one, I believe I got it from the Dollar Tree. If I did not, I got it from Lowe's or Home Depot or something like that. But they sell this size container at the Dollar Tree for like $1. It might be a little bit smaller, but it's $1. So that's a way to repair walls and things like that. Like if you don't want to go to the command strips. And moving on from there, we are going to talk about flooring. So another way to make your apartment your own is, let's say you have wood floors and the floors look bare, or the floors aren't in the best condition, and you want to cover some stuff up. Rugs. You can use rugs. You can use remnant vinyl flooring. You can just buy it, cut it out, lay it on top. You don't even have to like glue it down or anything like that. Roll it up, take it with you when you leave. They have plank flooring that clicks in, so you don't have to like glue it to the floor or anything like that. You can do like a little bathroom or something like that where you don't have to invest as much, but you get a huge impact. I've seen those at Dollar Tree. Not Dollar Tree, Family Dollar. $10 for like, I think it's like $10 for like 12 planks or something like that. Real inexpensive. And they have like nice colors. They have like deep browns, and I've seen like a gray wash, and I think like an oak type of flooring. And think about it. When you're in a rental, a lot of times, at least I would say, well, even sometimes for a house, but a lot of times when you're in an apartment, your kitchen and bathroom probably aren't that big. So if you spend $20 or $30 on flooring or something like that and get a huge impact, and you can take with you and you didn't damage what was there before you came, what more can you ask for? So another option is always rugs. If I didn't say rugs, it's always rugs. Cover the floors with rugs. You can buy rugs off Amazon, Rugs USA. You can go to Ross, Marshalls. Just there's like so many options of buying rugs. You can even go to Lowe's, Home Depot, get like carpet remnants and things like that to cover the floor. Real inexpensive. I think at one time I bought a rug from Lowe's, and it was like a 9x12, and it was maybe $20 I put in my kids' room. So it's like you can find the stuff if you just look for it, if you're on the hunt. It was a solid color rug. I didn't need to for my son's room I bought one black, and then the kids I bought, the younger kids, they were sharing a room at the time, and I bought one for their room, and theirs was blue. So they had like different colors and stuff like that. So after moving on from there, we're going to talk about light fixtures. I'm going to insert clips. So if I don't have an example, I'll insert clips of different things that I'm talking about. So with light fixtures, huge impact you can make with light fixtures. If you are, typically it's 3 wires, and you have a ground, you have a neutral, and you have a hot. Usually they might be black, red, and white. And when you buy a light fixture, they pretty much match up. If it is an older home, you might want to get one of those electric readers. Me personally, I'm not turning off the lights because I have to go down 3 flights of stairs to turn off the lights, come back upstairs, attach a light fixture, and then hopefully that I put it back together properly, go back downstairs, turn the lights on, come back upstairs to see if it's turned. So it's a lot of work for me to go and switch it. But if you're in a house and you have your fuse box isn't as far away, you just turn off the power. I am not an electrician, and that's just me. So if you choose not to, cut the power or anything like that, just be mindful that it is a current coming through those light fixtures. Those are things you can change real inexpensively. You can, even if you don't change the light fixture, they have pendants that plug into the wall that you can just hang and have a hanging lamp or something like that. In this particular room, and I'm going to insert a picture, I took down the light fixture. It was horrible and extremely dated. I took down the light fixture. I didn't attach a light. I attached some lanterns and I put LED battery operated lights in there to get the same to just get a glow. I am gonna change the light bulbs. The light that's in there to more of a pocket light because it's a you'll see in the picture, but it's like a light bulb and the base of it has like a magnet on it, and then there are like switches on the bulb, two settings on it. And I think though I got it from Amazon. I think it was two in a box or four in a box for like 20 bucks, real inexpensive. But you can also use those in, say you have a closet that doesn't have a light in it, and they because the base of it, they make it where you can attach it to a wall or something like that. So say you have a closet without a light, bam, instant light, battery operated. And the main reason I'm changing it is because I don't really like how the bulb looks in the particular lantern, and I would prefer to have a one with a remote. These particular ones don't have a remote, but I am going to purchase one that has a remote. So I have a few pictures that I'm going to insert for lighting. The next thing you can change will be fixtures. Fixtures meaning hardware. I'll put it like that. You can change cabinet hardware. So let's say for my kitchen, it came with this hardware. Dated, didn't like it, and the actual cabinet is like a big box store oak cabinetry, so it has like, is it oak? Yeah, so it's kind of an orangey tone. So I was like, okay, I know I can't change it, and it's really traditional, and I don't want to put contact paper in the center panel because that would just look weird to me. But I wanted I wanted to change. So I was trying to figure out how to work that color into my space. So I moved into copper tones, copper accessories, things like that. And then the fixtures that I got, which I don't have any loose, but they were like a bronze color, and then it was like the bronze would like a rubbed bronze, and the bronze would rub off and you could see like copper coming through. So it worked with the cabinets. So if you think about, let me open this so I can just give you a little visual of what this looks like. And so if you look at that, and then you look at these together, and then you have that orangey copper tone, it's gorgeous together. And it didn't really cost me anything. I think the knobs were $3 or something like that. So it just depends on how many cabinets. I keep these in a bowl, so when I leave, she can have her stuff back. It's that simple. This one came off of a cabinet that I bought, and I just found some copper knobs from Target and changed it to these. Just updating stuff. So this was a knob which I didn't really like, and it was on the table actually that's sitting here, and I just changed it out. And then this is another one. So you got to be real careful too, because this one I bought for my daughter's bathroom, but this particular one, it I don't know, it doesn't fit the you see how short that is, so it doesn't go all the way through the door. So we had trouble with this, so now I'm just stuck with this. But I didn't spend that much on it. I only bought one. No, I bought two. It was 2 in a pack. I think I got it from Marshalls or something like that. And I put one in the other. I don't know how, but the other bathroom, they're the same cabinets, and one fit and the other one didn't. So I don't know. It's weird. So yeah. And let's see. Then after that, we're gonna. Oh, another option is and I'll insert a picture. Things that you can change is your shower head. Change your shower head. They're going to buy the cheapest shower head they can find, $5 or whatever it is. You can update to like a rain shower head or something like that, really inexpensive. The one that I have, I'll insert a picture. The one that I have is It has two heads on it, and one of them comes off, and you can just kind of move it around. And then they have all different settings on both of the heads. So in my particular case, I'm 5'7". My husband's 6'3". My son is 6'3". So if you think about sometimes where the pipe that comes out for the shower, sometimes it's not made to accommodate a person that's, kind of tall. And you think about when you want to take a shower, you want the water coming down on you. So having that handle to bring down helps with that for people who are taller. So that's a great option. Then also other things that you can change. This is what came with the house, the apartment. Didn't like it. Didn't like it, didn't like it, didn't like it. I changed to this. I bought a set. I think I bought it from like Walmart for like $29. And it had like the toilet holder. It had like 5 or 6 pieces. Toilet paper holder. I think it had a towel bar. It had like 5 or 6 pieces to it. And then I went to Ross, and for my storage inside the shower, I found the caddy that sits on top of the tub up to the wall and has like the 3 shelves. So this is one of the shelves, and it pretty much matches. So yeah, so those are like things that you can do to just update your space to make it your own. And then the last thing that we're going to talk about is windows. So excuse me, guys. Think about when you're renting a place that's not yours, and you get into that place, you go see the place, and you love it because it has light on top of light on top of light flowing in. Just like now, I'm sitting in my space. This room doesn't typically get a lot of light, but I don't have any lights on. This is all the light coming from the window that is about 15 feet away from me, but it's just pouring in. And I just stuck a mirror here to reflect the light back in, because this room sometimes it's when it gets nighttime, it's kind of dark, which is cool with me. But yeah, so think about how much you fell in love with the space because the windows, had a lot of light in it. These are east facing windows. My plants love these windows. But what about when it gets nighttime and things like that? How do you invest in covering those windows? Well, for me personally, this living room has a bay window, and then it has a separate window. So that means for me, I need 2, 4, 6, 8 panels just for these windows in this room. That doesn't include my kids' room, my bedroom. I have another living room in the back, and bathrooms, and the kitchen. So there are quite a few windows that I have to cover. My bedroom has double windows. The kids' living room in the back has a bay window as well. My daughter's room has a single window. My son's room has a single window. And the windows are like big. They're like really tall too. So the kitchen, it has a huge window in it. And then inside the pantry it has a block window, which I don't have to worry about covering that. But in those windows, like the kitchen, that window would be west facing. And then all of the bedroom windows are south. My son's bedroom, the window is east. My bedroom is west. And my daughter's is south. So yeah. But anyway, so any different times of the day, you'll get different light exposure or sun exposure. Well, my son, his room, his window faces east. So we bought room darkening curtains for him because he likes it to be dark. My husband likes it to be dark. I like the light. So, and I found room darkening panels for my bedroom as well, but in a lighter shade. So, but having said all that, I was going to, trying to figure out how am I going to spend money or invest money, because you don't want to buy custom, that can be expensive. You're renting. You don't know what, where this life is going to lead you. If you're going to buy a house, can you use it in that space? Things like that. So what I did was I went to Family Dollar. They have room darkening curtains, and I think it's 2 in a pack for like $12.99. So They were, I think they only go up to like 84 in length. So what I did was I bought another set of 2-pack curtains that weren't room darkening, and I just used my hot glue gun. I cut them in half, used my hot glue gun, and glued it to the bottom of the curtain. I didn't have to sew anything or anything like that. I think I had to glue one panel, one side where I cut it, because all the other sides were already finished. So another option that you can use is this right here. It's an iron-on seam. You can create a seam with this. Just use your iron and do it. So think about what I'm saying. So this is just some remnant fabric that I have. So let's just say this is a curtain, right? Love the curtain. It's a nice curtain. Love the curtain, right? But the curtain isn't long enough. So how do I fix this? Well, you can either buy a curtain or go to Walmart, Joann's, wherever you want to go, Hobby Lobby, wherever you want to go. A lot of them have dollar tables where they're selling fabric for $1. Buy muslin, anything like that, or like the faux linen or anything, something like that, and just attach it to the bottom. And see, oh, let me see if I can get that right. You just extended your panel. So that is an option as well to get a huge impact. Make the space your own. Get the type of curtains that you want. And you can just buy the fabric. Fabric is real inexpensive too. This is just a remnant fabric that I had. And I think I made pillows out of this. So yeah, so huge impact. Love the fabric. It's like the E-Cat or something like that, I think. But yeah. And whatever's left over, of course you can use it. And then like say so the heavier the fabric, of course you're going to pay a little bit more, but you can get upholstery fabric from Walmart, and I think they sell like Waverly. So you can get upholstery grade fabric from Walmart and spend like $6 a yard. Not that expensive, but just think about your space and how much you want to spend. You don't have to buy it as long as the curtains, right? So if it's $6 a yard and you just start doing the math and stuff like that about how many curtains you need, you don't have to buy as much of the expensive fabric and just spend the money on the lesser, cheaper fabric that's going to be kind of at the bottom where you won't really be looking at it anyway. Save yourself some money. So I did that in my bedroom. I found some curtains from, I want to say Marshalls or TJ Maxx. They were room darkening. And sometimes when you go to those places, it's hit or miss. You'll find 2 and then you won't find any more. And you're trying to do a whole room. Like with me, I need 8 panels. Well, sometimes it's hard in those places to find 8 panels of the exact same panel. It's difficult. So, or you're driving around from store to store trying to, find the panels and stuff like that. It's crazy. So I would just say sometimes you'll find like at Ross or Burlington. Rarely have I seen a 4-pack of curtains at Marshalls or TJ Maxx. Usually at Burlington or Ross you can find them. Excuse me. But and having said that, you still might not find 2 packs, depending on the size of your room. And those typically run you about $30 for 4 panels. And a lot of times they may not be as wide. So it just depends. There's a lot of different variables about windows. That's like a whole thing. But that's an option. And then I have another option. I'll insert a picture of it so you can see. But it's like a film that you can put on the window. And I do have it on my windows because it kind of filters the light. But it creates privacy. So if you're like, well, no, I don't want to cover the windows. I don't want to spend that money. I think I bought the things for like $1 from the Dollar Tree. There's like it's shelf liner, but it's shelf liner like contact paper shelf liner, but you can put it on the window and it'll stick to the window and everything. You just get the air bubbles out, cover the window. So I did like little square inserts inside the windows that I have to create the privacy. I'm on the 3rd floor. Don't need that much privacy. It's a lot of trees and stuff, so I don't need that much privacy or worried about somebody looking in, but that could be an option as well, and it's not that expensive. And that is a a way cheaper way to go, especially if you have a lot of windows. I have seen at Lowe's and Home Depot, and I'm sure you can get it on Amazon or different other places where they have like the stained glass film and stuff like that, where I've seen people put them on their side windows of their front doors and stuff like that, just to, buying stained glass is it's not cheap. So to get that feeling or that look, but not spending the money, just spending a fraction of the cost of it. And I'm going to go back to one more thing when I was talking about lighting. So these are lights, battery operated lights. These are good for closets as well, rooms that don't have lighting, or let's say you wanted lighting under your cabinets in the kitchen. Well, it has the holes in there where you can attach it, hang it. Yeah, I think you can hang this one. This was made for a wall, so you put this one on the wall and instant light. It's a LED in there. It runs off of, let's see, 3 AAA batteries. You can buy AAA batteries from Dollar Tree. How often? I mean, it won't be running that long, so you can easily switch it up. So having said all that, I hope that you guys really enjoy all of my tips on how to make your rental space your own. And thank you for watching. Leave a comment. Ask me any questions you want to ask, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. And if you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you'll be alerted every time I post a video. And we're going to see you next time. And thanks for watching. Bye.